Minasama, konnichiwa. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the lunch session. I am Yasuaki Yoneyama. I am the representative of the World Bank Group based in Tokyo. This lunch session is hosted by NH Food, which is represented here by its general manager, Mr. Takasaki, with the support by the Ministry of Defense, here represented by General Bancho. And we have as moderator Professor Naoko Yamamoto, who served previously as the Assistant Director General of the WHO, World Health Organization, based in Geneva. So let's get started with this lunch session. Professor Naoko Yamamoto, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Yoneyama-san. Good afternoon, everyone. Again, I'm Naoko Yamamoto, professor, the International University of Health and Welfare. So thank you very much, all of you, for joining this lunch session on disaster risk management and food, lessons from the field. As you know, Japan is a country frequently hit by natural disasters. This year, it was started with the devastating earthquake in the Noto Peninsula. And in 2011, horrible tsunamis hit northeastern part of Japan. And in 1995, the region in which we are here today, Hyogo and Kobe, were damaged seriously by the big earthquake. We have learned a lot of lessons from the experiences. Japan is at the forefront of developing earthquake resistance building, and disaster risk insurance have been developed, including those that cover wider regions such as ASEAN and the Caribbean. However, there is one issue that has not received enough attention: food for the victims of disasters. So today, we have distinguished speakers here who will discuss how we can do better with the delivery of food after severe natural disaster. As Yoneyama-san said that, we have Takasaki, Mr. Takasaki, General Manager at Nippon Ham NH Food. Mr. Takasaki has been engaged in the development of the ready-to-eat and nutritionally balanced meals for the Japanese self-defense forces and victims of natural disaster. Welcome, Takasaki-san. And
Thank you.
And also, we have another speaker, General Bancho, a special advisor to the Minister of Defense. General Bancho served around 4 decades as a self-defense force and took part in the multiple disaster relief operations. Thank you for coming. So, I have a first question to Mr. Takasaki.
Yes.
Mr. Takasaki, you have been engaged in the development of ready-to-eat meals for the victims of disaster that can be stockpiled for 5 years. And originally, it was a project with the Japan Self-Defense Forces to develop them for soldiers. So could you share your views about the importance of eating nutritionally balanced food for victims of disaster, please?
Okay, Professor Yamamoto, thank you for your introduction and the question. Hello everyone, my name is Kenji Takasaki from NH Foods. For many years, we have supply chain for the JGSDF, meaning Japan Ground Self-Defense Force. We provided with military ration, food product for JGDDF personnel that they can carry with them during the training. Like this style is military ration. In addition to the portability, combat rations need to have of course, a long shelf life and sufficient energy content and in recent years, particularly high neutral balance. It's very important. Most important neutral is protein. The style has changed from canned style to letter to pouch style. Recently changed like this. By their character, combat rations are very useful not only during training, but also as portable food in case of the disaster. And we heard that they are used in case of disaster. We are told that it has also been used as emergency food aid for victims in case of large-scale disasters and as international relief supplies. We look forward to hearing more about this later from General Mr. Banshaw. Our food rations are also made available to general public as preserved foods. You can see this slide. This is a consumer style we provide to the supermarket and another categories. And as derivative of combat rations, as it has received a good reputation. We would like to continue to play a role of providing neutrally balanced foods in time of the emergency and disaster while incorporating evolving needs and technology advances. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Takasaki-san. We know that it's nutritionally well balanced, but also very tasty. So I have a question to the General Banshaw. You know the reality of a community devastated by natural disasters. In 2011, when northeastern part of Japan was hit by tsunami, you are heading the crisis response team. So could you share with us the overview of the disaster relief operation of the self-defense force in Japan, please?
Thank you very much, Dr. Yamamoto. And the distinguished participant and the ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Koichiro Bansho. I'm advisor to the defense minister right now, but I'm a retired soldier. I served for the country for many, many years. And it is a great honor and very privilege for me to expand my experiences. Anyway, I'd like to talk about our mission and roles for the country, especially for the disaster relief. Next, please. Of course, our main mission is to defend our country at the ground, air, and sea to secure the peace and stability. Next, please. On the other hand, we have a very important mission, that is the international cooperation. Look at the top right photo. That is me. On just 20 years ago, I deployed to Iraq as a first Japan contingent commander. So we served and contributed for the international cooperation for more than 30 years under the umbrella of the United Nations as a peacekeeping operation or humanitarian assistance or disaster relief operation over the world. Next, please. And the third is today's topic, disaster relief operations. This is also a very important mission for us. Please look at the top left picture. That is the great Hanshin Awaji earthquake on 1995. And also, we participate in the huge number of disaster relief operations in Japan, such as the earthquake, volcano, flood, or even in this January, we were deployed to Noto Peninsula. Next, please. And at the time, if the disaster happened, we consider the three conditions for the mission. One is urgency, second is the non-fungible, and third is the publicness. Next, please. And if the dispatch was approved and accepted, we started the operation immediately. And the most important thing is rapid ISR, that is the stand for the information gathering, surveillance, and reconnaissance. And secondly, we started to search and rescue operation for life saving. And the red line, that is the life support for disaster victims. We have to provide the water, food, oil, and medical support, bathing or transportation, or another many missions to support the disaster victims. And we will conduct recovery support by using our engineering capabilities. Next, please. And for the serving and supporting the victims, we will deliver our food from our stockpiles and supplies to the emergency situation by using our ground trucks or ships or aircraft. Next, please. And also, we will conduct the field food support missions. We can make many foods by using our special equipment. Next, please. And this picture was the Tomodachi operation. Do you know this name? That is the U.S.-Japan bilateral disaster relief operation conducted on the 2011 Great East Japan earthquake. At the time, I was assigned to the chief of a bilateral coordination center, and we worked together with American forces. And at the time, such kind of jointness or integrated effort with many peoples, including the NGOs or foreign forces, that is very essential. Anyway, military have a responsibility to support the disaster relief operations and to save the disaster victims. Thank you.
Thank you very much, General Bancho. I clearly remember that the March 11 at the earthquake, when I was also one of the staff of the Ministry of Defense, and I clearly remember you and your teams and with other partners, your strong dedication at that time. So, General Bancho, you mentioned that life support for the disaster victims is one of the missions of the Self-Defense Force at the disaster relief operations. So what is your take on food and meals during the crisis time?
Thank you very much, Dr. Yamamoto. You pointed out the very important point. You really pointed, how do we consider and prepare the food for victims? So that is directly related to the life and the motivation of the victims. So why we put importance for the hot meal? So at the first time, most important thing is water. Fresh and safe drinking water is always first. And secondly, the food is very important for life and survival, such as energy and the nutritional element that Mr. Takasaki mentioned about that. And also, third, I want to emphasize the thing is food is also very important for health, soul, and hope for the future. So I think this is directly related to the psychological reassurance, and also it will be promoted human bond with local peoples and connections. Next, please. So this is the picture of the drinking water supply. Lot of pictures, that is our mobile water purification system. We can provide almost 10 tons an hour to make fresh water. Next, please. And this is our field kitchen car. There is the cooking machine. Almost 200 people's hot rice and soup can be made almost within 1 hour by one car. So in total, one day, one car can produce almost 2,000 people's food. So this is a very, very effective machine for us. Even every disaster, we will deploy this. Next, please. And our soldier making the rice bowl with local people and deliver. So always we emphasize on the deliver the hot meal as soon as possible. Next. And this is the picture that at the Noto Peninsula, we deployed kitchen car at the time and make hot meals and deliver those food for the refugees. Next, please. And I'd like to introduce another story of the red beans life. Do you know red bean rice? Of course. But according to the Japanese culture, red bean rice is eaten at the fortune, celebration, and happy opportunities. But at the late East Japan earthquake, automatically, we deployed, and our soldier conducting the search and rescue and supporting mission. Our motto was hot meal for victims, cold meal for ourselves. So soldiers eat every day the cold canned rice. And some of the cans, it is the red bean rice. Our soldier worried about that. This tragic, very difficult days. Can we eat red bean rice, sekihan? So the soldier asked us, please change this red bean rice to the normal one, another one. So finally, our army headquarters decided to cancel the procurement of the red bean rice. So it means food is not only for the energy or nutrition, but also that is related to the heart or empathy to the people. Next, please. So I think food is very important. This picture was taken at the Tohoku earthquake. Soldier prepares the hot meal, and we are very, very pleased to see the smile. It means food is hope. Food is satisfaction. Food is the future for the future. Next, please. So this is the last slide I'd like to introduce. This is also the picture that the Tohoku earthquake. Our soldier rescued the baby from a site. And we always say, prepare for the worst is very important. But at the same time, hope for the best is also very important. And especially, the food is a great performance and a great influence to the people to make a motivation in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, General Bancher. You remind us how important to think about heart and hope when we discuss about disaster prevention and the preparedness and the responses. So the World Bank has recently modified its mission statement, which now include reference to the reliable planet, in addition to the two traditional missions, poverty reduction and shared prosperity. So now I have a question to Mr. Takasaki. Could you talk about your company's ongoing initiative to enhance the sustainability of food system, which I believe contribute to the reliable planet? Takasaki, please.
Thank you, Professor Yamamoto. Food sustainability is the most important issue for our company. Our business started about 80 years ago. Also, we started to providing the ham and sausage and another food material. Now our main category and main mission is providing the meat products. While aiming to sustainably provide meat as an important source of protein, I know we are now acting the R&D of plant-based protein foods and cell-cultivated foods. Now we are most focused on these categories. And today we are providing our plant-based fish fried and sushi tuna, your lunch box. Did you notice this? Not real tuna and not real fish fry. And so apologize that our product not included the vegetarian and halal lunchbox, but they are animal free. This is an animal free and diversity product. If you can try it, you can try it. So another one, let me introduce you innovative product which we called Gurahoa, an alternative product for foie gras, produced mainly chicken liver and pork fat. This pronounced Gurahoa is upside down foie gras. Did you notice it? And we developed Gurahoa enhance the sustainability of the foie gras cuisine, and keep on eating foie gras culture. While also we made it aim to promote the use of chicken liver, which are oversupply. So mainly two options. While years of its launch, Gurahoa has been increasingly adopted by hotels and restaurants, another food retailer in Japan. Now we try to get the patent for the EU market. We hope today's session will enhance the partnership to promote Gurahoa. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And our distinguished speakers keep their time, so we have a couple minutes to take comments or questions from the floor. So if you have any question or comment, please raise your hand, and the microphone is coming. Is there anybody who would like to raise a hand, have a comments and a question to the speakers? Maybe you are busy to eat it, still eating, enjoying it. Oh, yes, please. Microphone is coming. Please teach us your name and the affiliation before starting question. The microphone is coming. Oh, yes. And the ladies from the pink dress is wearing. Yes, please.
Should I stand up or should I just sit? Yeah, okay. So my name is Yumi Matsuda. I'm a faculty member of Kobe City University of Foreign Studies. Thank you very much for excellent presentation. That was very interesting indeed. I have a particular question for General Bansho. First of all, thank you very much for your service. We really appreciate SDF's support in effort of disaster relief. My question is, if you have a special consideration, or if your team has a special consideration for offering service from gender-friendly perspective, I would like to know, because at least half of victims should be women and girls. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have some translator for the Japanese audience. So would you please translate a bit that question? This is a question especially for the General Bansho, but
今の質問は万象さんに対する質問ですけれども、やはり 支援救援をなさるというときにジェンダーという観点、被災者の半分は女子、女性、女児でありますので、ジェンダーという観点からどのようなお考えをお持ちでしょうか。
Thank you very much, Mom. Very important question. We always consider about the gender issues. When we deployed to Noto Peninsula, at that time, we sent 1,000 more soldiers from the beginning, and to go to any refugee camp or refugee center. At that time, we always organize the soldiers with female soldier and the male soldier. And if some question or some, how do I say, the problem or challenges from a female soldier will meet them and to have their request or questions. So always, men cannot understand or men cannot be favorable. At the time, we will committed by the female soldier. That is one of the constellation.
Thank you very much. It's a very important question, and we understand there are a lot of international organization representative or civil society organizations representative here to support the women to prevention and care for example, like a violence at the shelter, or sometimes we work together to support the pregnant women at the disaster crisis time. But anyway, so any question or comment from the floor? Are there any question or comments? Any other one? Still busy for eating? So I have one question, General Bansho. So when we discuss the disaster risk management, preparedness is one of the pillar or important issues, I think. How we make sure that nutritionally balanced meals are available or accessible for both victims and those helping the victims during the crisis time. So can I ask the translator quickly?
今の教授からの質問は、その備えということが救援活動の中では非常に、あるいは災害管理の中では非常に重要なことになると思うけれども、その備えということに関して、例えば食品が必ず栄養のバランスの取れたものが必ず届くということを担保するということなど、備えの中にどのように組み込んでいらっしゃるでしょうか。
Thank you very much, Dr. Yamamoto. That is also a very important question. First of all, the disaster relief operation is an integrated operation, not only for the self-defense force, but also local government and provincial government, or federal government, police, and many players have to concentrate into the effort. But at that time, food is also one of the integrated effort. Very beginning of that operation, that is our job, because we have equipment, we have some resources, we have a manpower, we have a capability to cook it. But the situation is improving. We will transfer our effort to the local government or NPOs. Even in the Noto Peninsula, maybe first 1 month, the main player for the making food was ours. But after that, that mission will be transferred. And out of the nutrition or energy things, that is also very important. But at the beginning, that the emergency food kit like this might be delivered. But the fresh food is also very important, as I mentioned. So fresh materials, fresh food might be procured from local government and to deliver it. So I think that is a kind of a whole effort might be very, very important.
Thank you very much. Obviously, the preparedness for the disaster should be like a holistic, whole society activities together with our partners. So thank you very much. So I have another, any question or comment from the floor? Oh, yes, please. The microphone is coming for the ladies from the front, second front. Thank you. Name your affiliation, please, as well.
Hello. Okay. So I'm Alvita from Indonesia, and I want to ask about to both of you. On the time of disaster, so many like instant noodles, and so many canned food that very lack of nutrition, and then they can, especially in Indonesia, what I know is they can eat instant noodle constantly for a month as long as they stay on the evacuation area. Maybe some comment about that, like because when the disaster happened, like the easiest way to provide is just they thinking it's like canned food and instant noodle. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. It's quite relevant in not only in Asia but in the globe. So, translation, please, would you?
今の質問は避難所で提供される救援物資というのはやはり、カップ麺とかそれから缶詰が多くなると思うんですけれども、そういった避難所でのそういった提供される食べ物、カップ麺や缶詰が主流になってしまうということに対してどのようなコメントをお持ちですか。
So this is a question for both of you. So Takasaki-san, can I ask you first?
Thank you for your question. Please forgive, I'll talk to Japanese, sorry.
日本語で発言させていただきます。
栄養バランスが一番大事だと思っています。ですので我々の会社ではさまざまなプロテインを使った、商品を、日常でもそうだし、ディザスターの時でもそうだし、いろんなオケージョンで我々はプロバイドしていっています。ですので、やはりカップラーメンやインスタント食品だけですと栄養偏ってしまうし、何よりも美味しい時もあるし飽きてしまうというのが一番課題だと思ってますので、我々はそこを解決するために日常作っているさまざまなプロセスフードを、フォーザディザスターのために、供給していくっていうのがすごく大事なことかなというふうに思ってます。
To answer your question, the most important thing is to have the nutritional balance, and especially providing protein is very important. That is why we take care in including protein to the products that we produce. This is not only for the peacetime, but also at the time of disaster. That is regarded very important. As you mentioned, if the instant noodles and canned food are the only items to be provided at the evacuation center, it is not good nutritional balance. And also from the deliciousness of the food, sometimes you get bored with eating instant food and canned food only. So we try to incorporate a lot of processed food that we produce at our company into the rescue food package. That is how we take care of the problem.
Thank you. So, General Bansho-san, please.
I basically agree with Takasaki-san, and that is a very important point. At the Noto Peninsula's earthquake, we understand that situation. That's why we try to send our kitchen car as soon as possible. Yes, not only for the dried or pre-cooked and long life food. That is very essential at the very first phase. But immediately we have to turn to the hot meal. That is not only for the energy or nutrition issues, but also for, as I mentioned, for their health, heart, or motivation. So that's why you are very right. I think I fully agree with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. But the question is quite interesting for me. Not because I'm a big fan for the cup noodle or instant noodle, but instant noodle is one of the big advantages it's easy to preserve and also very hot meal with the hot oil. And also sometimes the victims use the cup for another container of other food. But as the two speakers say that the collaboration with different efforts is quite important. So now time is short, so we have already run our time. So thank you very much for attending this session. So before to close this session, please give a big applause to the both distinguished speakers. And thank you very much for all to join this session. Thank you very much. Session is adjourned. Thank you.
Okay, look at me. Let's get a big picture. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Big smile. 1, 2, 3. One more. Last one.